There was a time when terrorism was linked with glamour. We have seen lots of pictures of youngsters holding guns. They themselves post their pictures online, come out and identify themselves, and in fact instigate or radicalize other people also. But now times have changed. The new age terrorist wants to remain anonymous. He is a hybrid terrorist. As per security forces, this is a tactical move by our enemy countries to defeat the purpose of security forces who have been going hard against these terrorists, engaging with them, arresting them, and also doing encounters in which some of them also have been eliminated. So this is a tactical move by the enemy country, they claim. But exactly who is a hybrid terrorist? When I spoke to a lot of senior police officials, they said that this hybrid terrorist is not identified. He is anonymous. Why? Because there is no documentations, there is no data, there is no area of operation on paper or in any of the police stations. So it's very difficult to identify him. That's the reason why now a special drive is being done in Jammu and Kashmir, where the Director General of Police has asked his people to conduct a regular drive to contain the recruitment. That's the drive in which they need to identify how many active terrorists are there from any particular area, how many OGWs, that is the overground workers, or how many of them are sleeper terrorists or are associated with sleeper cells, or who are the hybrid terrorists, just to engage with the local population in those areas wherever they have been given to operate. So this is a task by the Director General of Police to increase the ground level policing in J&K. But as far as data is concerned, as per MHA, the local terrorists as of now, who are operating in Jammu and Kashmir, is about 60 to 70, but the number of foreign terrorists are about 80. So in last 2 decades, the graph now has reversed as per the security forces. Earlier, the local terrorist numbers were high and the number of foreign terrorists were low, but now the graph has reversed, and now the number of foreign terrorists are more as compared to the local terrorists. But what is the worrying trend for the security forces? They say the number of hybrid terrorists as compared to these people, if number of 150 total militants or terrorists are operating in Jammu and Kashmir, the number of hybrid terrorists operating in that area is about 4 times high, which means about 600 hybrid terrorists are active in J&K, and that's the reason why this drive has been initiated. Interestingly, today MHA also gave a data to Lok Sabha in which they say that the local recruitment has come down all-time low. This year itself, only 12 people have been locally recruited by various tanzeems. In 2022, the number was 100. In 2021, it was 125, and 2020 it was 160. So it's a decreasing trend as far as local recruitment is concerned. But the worrying trend, as I mentioned earlier, is the number of hybrid terrorists who are gaining significance as far as violence in J&K is concerned, because you cannot identify. The state intelligence agency, that is why, has been tasked to go after them, to identify them, and to identify who aid them, abet them, who assist them, to identify their properties, to register cases, to prosecute them. So systematically they want to break the backbone as far as even the hybrid terrorists are concerned. So step by step, each they are taking, so that they are taken to task, they are taken to the court, prosecution is done against them. Interestingly, today also MHA in Lok Sabha gave out a detailed reply as to what all strategies they have adopted or what all actions they take to curb the level of violence as far as J&K is concerned. They say that they have intensified coordinated search operations to effectively deal with the challenges posed by terrorist organizations, and also sharing of intelligence inputs on real-time basis so that the real-time operations can be conducted. Also, they say that the other strategies include day and night area domination, security arrangements through appropriate deployment. So a surprise element is always there as far as these deployments are concerned. They always keep changing their deployments to add a surprise element. That's what the MHA claims. Apart from that, preventive operations involving identifying strategic supporters of terrorism and initiating investigations to expose their mechanisms of aiding and abetting terrorism. So this is a continuous exercise as far as security forces are concerned. The data that they gave in Lok Sabha today also indicates that there has been a sharp decline as far as the terror related activities in J&K is concerned. Terrorist initiated incidents in fact have come down to 43 this year. Encounters are 48, civilians killed are 13, and the security personnel killed in action are 25. The worrying trend is that again, the security personnel being killed or the civilian killings might also be called as targeted killings, and that's the real worry, because in recent months we have seen that few cases of targeted killings have also seen an increase as far as these killings are concerned in J&K. The officials also claim that in coming months this terror graph might see a little spike, just because elections are also around the corner, and obviously Pakistan would not want to keep things normalized, and that's why they will keep the kettle boiling and they will keep pushing the number of foreign terrorists, the foreign terrorists through various areas, and that's why the level of violence might see a little spike in coming days. In New Delhi, this is Neeta Sharma reporting for NDTV.